matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, it's Fields. And this nearly an interception right off the bat. An early crisis averted as that winds up incomplete. The Bears at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And some room to work.
And this will be a Bears first down as he gets this up past the 30.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, and their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines. And where did this one go out? Now they'll start with good field position, 45-yard line.
Here we go, set.
In motion goes the tight end.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, check, straight, check, straight.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
From the 27, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Montgomery back to the ground. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Fields throw complete here to Kmet.
A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Fields now to throw. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua, and going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to pass. Tua. He is going to find Hill here. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Fields on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now here's Trenton Gill now.
On the return is Cohen. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
On the set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline for him, knowing he just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? But another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just...
Fields hit, and the ball is loose.
But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
On 2nd and 15 now. Fields.
Got an open man. It's Pringle. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down, as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They'll roll him out right. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Ready. Field left.
Tua, the final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now it's Fields.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. On play action, here's Tua, and going deep for Hill. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Bearsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there into the hands of Ross. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From just shy of midfield, Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Fields. Got his man. It's Williams. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Fields on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. John Ross from 4 yards out. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by David Long. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week,
and that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Down to about the 22 here. The keeper gets him 7 that time, and it'll lead to a 3rd down. Come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes in the run game you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Fields hit, and the ball is loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Here comes Cohen. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Okay, break.
Tua now on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Tua going to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
52. Hey, confused.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cedric Wilson from 21 yards away.
And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
3rd and long. It's Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Fields now to throw.
And he's going to go down again.
This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields.
Under pressure, they got him again.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Ready. Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go, set. Ready?
And they take a knee. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Dolphins, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6.